Welcome to Carol on Creativity. I'm Carol Peters, your host and artist, and today we are at the beautiful location at Fortino Winery in Gilroy, and I have the pleasure to have the owner, winemaker with me right now. And your name, sir?
My name's Gino Fortino, and thank you, Carol, for coming to the winery. And this year is our 41st anniversary for the Fortino Winery, and we've been in Gilroy all this time, and enjoy the show.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. This is a beautiful location. As you can see, we're going to do tissue collage on bottles, boxes, labels, all kinds of different items, and anyone from age 3 to 99 can do it. I've done it with all of those people. So if you are in that category, this show is for you. So Gino, tell us a little bit about where are we right now?
Right now we're in our tasting room. This is where we do all of our sales and the wine tasting that we have customers that come in. Mm-hmm. And we're open 6 days a week. We're only closed on Mondays, and come down and enjoy.
Wonderful. And I've tasted the wine, I've bought the wine, it's a wonderful place. And also the location is a real inspiration for an artist or anyone that just enjoys a beautiful, beautiful area. Most of the pictures that I took were all in the vineyard and inside, and the barrels and all of the different colors were really something that hit me, and I really wanted to do something in art that reflected that. So thank you so much, and I'll let you go back to work.
We'll see.
All right. Okay. So now we're going to get started, and I have 2 more guests right here, and I'm really excited to have them. I have
Debbiie Sanchez. I work here at Fortino Winery as the event coordinator.
And
I'm Kayla Quintero, and I go to Rod Kelly School in 5th grade.
And Kayla came aboard like yesterday. She's never done this. She's 10 years old. So we're going to do something for everyone. And I just wanted to show you the range that we are going to do. We're going to do things that are very, very easy to do. Like we're using, the first project that we're going to do is using oil pastels. And oil pastels are not like the regular chalk pastels. The name oil in the beginning of it depicts the idea that these are bound with oil, so they will not flow and smear. They're kind of like a soft crayon. So these are really cool to use. And we did the large pieces in the back, and those are done with just writing whatever you want and tissue collage over it. If you look at the picture to my right, this picture was done also with collage and oil pastel. And so what I'll do is I'll try to give you the beginning of that, and I was inspired by the vineyard, and you can see the picture at the top that I took, and I just loved it so much, and I thought, gee, I want to do something that depicts the vineyard. And I'd never done this before, and I just started using the oil pastel and the collage, and it worked, and it looks like a painting. So I was very pleased with it. So I think we can get going. So what we're going to do is we have watercolor paper, and I'll show you some of the supplies. The oil pastels, which are very inexpensive. This is any child. Your grandson actually did this with us.
Yes, he did.
Earlier. And he was 3 years old.
Yes.
And you take white glue, you put it in a little container, and then you add half water. So it's a mix, and then mix it up. And what you're going to do is you're going to actually put that down first, put the tissue on it, and then layer it over again so that it's, you know, double layered. We also have scissors, a brush, and a lot of colored tissue. That's really all you need. So let's get going. All right, so we have the watercolor paper in front of us. There's nothing on it. Kayla, what I'd like you to do, just grab your oil pastels. If you want to write something, if you want to just scribble, just whatever you want to do. And I don't have gloves that fit you. So just use your imagination and just scribble away, and do it kind of hard, because then it'll come right through. It'll look better. Okay, so I'm going to try to do that over there, because I just absolutely loved, we're out in that. So I'm going to draw the mountain in. And what does it look like? I have some trees, the big tree on the side. So you have an idea. If you want to do a landscape, if you can draw, then just start doing whatever. Big, big, big. Put in the leaves. Okay, so there is a beginning of maybe that. And if I'm putting it down really heavy, tell us what you have, Deb.
I'm actually starting, I had a little pre-start. My 2-year-old grandson started with this one. He did the little scribbling in his little handprint. And then my 5-year-old started this one. So I cheated a little bit. I have my grandsons doing a little bit more on my papers than me. So I'm just adding.
This is kind of how I started that picture over there.
Wow.
So it's kind of like that was the beginning. Now we're cutting to the chase here, because we're doing everything very, very quickly. But, and then after I had that down, I just started layering on the tissue. And the tissue is so great, because it actually adds color. So this is colored tissue. You can actually get tissue that is for wrapping, wrapping your gifts. But the best tissue for this is art tissue. It's a whole nother kind of tissue full of pigment. Look at the color on this. And it really, really works. All right, so get your brushes out if you're ready. If you're not, you don't have to. Dip it in the secret mixture of white glue and water. And I'm going to use this for the mountain, I think, and the sky. Because if I put a blue sky, I'm using warm colors. And usually if you use like warm colors, I don't want to put a bright blue sky on this. So what you do is just go like that really fast, and you cover the whole thing with this white glue water, and it's going to be sticky. That's okay. Easy peasy. And we're probably going to hit each other, because we're like dueling. Okay, your turn, my turn. And I'm going to put this across the sky. And I like to rip it, because you get some pretty cool, like almost cloud formations. And if it's too big, just rip it off. There's no science to this. It's just fun. It's nice to explore color too, because when you overlap, look at what's happening with your colors. What's happening? Do tell me. You were in my art class, so now you have a test.
That was so long ago, I don't remember. I have a little combination of different colors, and what we put down on the bottom is definitely coming through.
So it mixes.
Yep,
So-
it's definitely mixing.
So it teaches you color mixing too. So, okay, I'm down to about right here. And then I actually went over it with the oil pastel, and if you look at that picture, you can see the lines. Look how pretty that is. Okay, get some big ones, Kayla, and just throw them down. Just rip them, just like rip them.
Go crazy, baby.
Go crazy.
It's all good.
It's all good. And if it doesn't look good, throw it out and do another one. There's no right or wrong, and it always looks good. It's always beautiful. That's the exciting thing, when you do art, there's no way that you're going to know what you're doing and how it's going to work. I mean, you kind of know what you're doing, but it's always like an exciting experience, because sometimes you change your mind.
I'm not quite sure I know what I'm doing, but hey, it's kind of working.
It looks good. So, okay, I think mine is about there. Hurry up, cover them up. We have a lot of other little projects going on. But you get the idea. This is, what did I put at the bottom? I put like a brownish color. So.
Oh, stretchy.
That looks great, Kayla. And even if you sprinkle the little dots around of color, that's good too.
Ooh, you can put glitter on it too, Kayla. Do you like glitter? Bling bling.
So do you have art in school, Kayla?
No.
No. It's terrible. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that was my favorite subject.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. So like, as a parent, if you have, you know, any inexpensive supplies like this, please let your children experiment with a color, because there's something about just having the experience, having the hands-on that just feeds your soul. You know, without color in my life, without the art in my life, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be me. And it would be horrible to not have that. So I think I'm trying with the shows to actually give you things that anyone can do. And I think the freer you are and just letting it go, the better, you know? And when you start when you're little, it's like fun. I mean, you want to do it. When you're older, it becomes scarier. People don't want to do it. They're afraid. I'm making a mess. I want you guys just to, you know, understand. Just go for it and just free up. And you can actually take a great big paper like that and cover it, and then cover that as well. Okay?
So Kayla, what did you tell your friends?
Nothing.
You haven't done anything like, hey, I'm going to be on a show.
No.
They'll see ya. They'll see what a great artist. That's beautiful. It looks gorgeous. Overlap that with another color and see what happens. Take something else, just another, look at mine, what a soaking mess this looks like right now. But that's the base, and then you know you're gonna layer and you're gonna use other things. So this is kind of the start, and I think what we'll do now is just kind of wind this up. You can get the idea of what we're doing here. Oil pastel down at the bottom, collage on the top. You can, you know, use them. Look how beautiful. Oh my God. That's gorgeous. And we have some in the back that we did too. And then afterwards, if you really want to define maybe the trees, you can go back with the oil pastel when it dries and just go back. So one more thing, and then you can hold yours up, and then we're going to go on to another thing. I'm going to get these out of my lap. Excuse me. Awesome. It's fun, huh?
Yeah.
Easy. So just under, over, and that's cool. Love, love, I love you. How sweet that is. Okay, hold them up. Yay.
You just made Mom her Christmas gift.
Yeah, and you know, how nice to get something like from your kids. Awesome. Since we're at the winery, I mean, my gosh, we have a lot of bottles here. So we wanted to do something on the bottle, and these are beautiful. I mean, look at this. I was so excited about this. I mean, this is just like, they dry like this. They have a sheen to them. They're durable, absolutely fabulous. And we have a little baby jar that we did, and we put a little candle in it so that you can make any size jars you want, and you know, they're beautiful. I love it. I was so excited when it dried. We worked together. Deb came over and we worked together. Now, Kayla's never done this, okay? So this is like, we'll put that one back so it's out of the way. All right, so voila. We have a, scrape off a label of any bottle. These are Fortino Winery bottles. We're using now a decoupage because we want it to stick really well, and that actually gives it a sheen. You can use the white glue and water. I've done that as well. Okay, so Kayla, since you've never done this, we're taking the decoupage solution, which I put in here, and what we're doing is you're just painting it on under, and we just paint an area, okay? And then what I found is I just tap my brush in this and stick it down. And you just start overlapping, so just try that.
Kind of keeps your fingers cleaner when you do it.
Yeah, otherwise you're sticking to each other, and You know what I'm saying? Then you have a mitten on.
It's kind of like crazy glue. Fingers stick together.
And then you wipe your hair, and then
And your hands are stuck to your hair.
But look at that! Look at that! I love it, and just go with every kind of color, and that's good. Now start putting it on because this stuff dries pretty fast. So see what happens when you go over it, and it looks kind of murky, but when it dries, it's beautiful. I mean, it comes back to life. Hold yours up, Deb. Look at that. Look at that. And you know what we found is adding a little bit of black kind of makes it look like a stained glass window. So you just brush over, brush over. You can see your kids doing this at home. It's not that messy. There's 3 of us at a very small table. And see what's happening with mine? That blue, since it's art tissue, bled, which meant it ran onto the brush. So now I'm picking it up and it's discoloring that pink. So I've got clear water here. I'm just going to slosh my brush around. And I always keep a little washcloth or just, you know, whatever, so that I can,
Some kind of rag.
yeah, rag. I wanted to make it like sound
Oh,
good.
dish towel.
A little art,
Hand towel.
an art cloth. I love these. And you can put, years ago, and I'm dating myself, we used to put candles in the wine bottles.
Oh,
And
so you have a little.
yeah, and they're you know, like put the candle in and then the wax would drip down.
Yep.
But you could use these for, like people do vinegars.
Yes.
You know, you could have these out. I could see them like with water or different things at a party. You could use them. We did a wine tasting party, and we actually decorated the bottles and put them on the tables, and we actually put the candles on in them.
Oh, very nice.
It was really pretty. Or you could do smaller jars, you know. And like I said, if they had a wide mouth, you could actually put candles in them. You could actually use those as a jar and put, we're going to make labels as well, and you could put the label over this, you know, like if you made, you said you made some scrubbing salts or something
Yes.
like that.
Yes, I did. For Christmas one year, I made some sea salt scrubs.
And people make a lot of things, you know, now, especially the economy, the way it is, it's kind of a wonderful thing. And boy, do I appreciate like somebody giving me a handmade baked goods or, you know.
That's my favorite gift to give and get.
Mm-hmm.
I like when people make things.
I do too. Homemade sauce.
Oh.
Can you see homemade sauce, spaghetti,
Homemade
French
salsas.
bread, a bottle of wine in a basket? I mean, anything better than that?
Would that be Fortino wine?
Absolutely, Fortino wine, and this kind of thing reminds me of my favorite Fortino wine, which
Is the
is
Carignan?
And yeah, can I grab it?
Yep, the red tab.
All right, I'm gonna get up because this kind of has inspired me as well. I don't mind. All of these are. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the ones with the red.
Okay. This is my favorite Fortino wine, and doesn't that kind of look like that? It's like,
It's definitely, yes.
it's an inspiration, you know? And tell us a little bit about the labels. Like, it's very interesting. I'm gonna just stick it here.
The labels, that one was created by Terry. That was Terry's, Fortino's vision of a label. Little abstract, she definitely loves abstract. So that was her creation when they came up with the Carignan. All the labels have been kind of, some of them have changed through the years. We do have some photos back there of the original labels that Ernie started
Put more
with. He has those two up there and that one. And then you can just see how they kind of revolve. The Cast 40 was our last year's special for wine club members. So that was their special that we put out, and oh, that was such a fabulous wine.
And a lot of times, you know, you'll buy a wine or a product by the label. And so it's important to have a really nice label. Now what's happening with yours, Kayla, it's kind of like, if you see this happening, just take your brush and just pound it. And see what happens? It's kind of like coming off, so just like beat it to death.
But in a nice way.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Sorry.
don't want to be rude to the bottle.
Sorry, Kayla. It just kind of hit that so it goes down. There you go.
Hit it hard, baby. Hit it hard.
And then you just take some and you put it on top. Now see how this looks like it kind of dulls it down? It won't. It seals the edge. So I'm just going over what you did. It seals the edge, and then when it dries, it's got that beautiful shine, soft shine to it. So that looks really, really pretty, and you can just keep on going. I think you guys have the idea, the viewers have the idea of this. So now we're going to move on, and we are going to go to our labels. Okay, so hold them up. This is this far. You just
good
continue
job,
going.
Kayla.
Beautiful. And turn it around. See how the color shows through? So when this dries, it's going to be bright. Yay! Gorgeous. All right, we finished our oil pastel collage. We finished our bottles, and now we're going to do some labels.
Yay.
Yay.
Let's go. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so basically labels, like we talked about, you know, depict what's inside the jar. So, Kayla, you can, you know, start tissuing the jar if you would like. And let's just show kind of what you did. Tell us what you did already.
I started with a big plain jar. I took some tissue and just kind of made a stripe, and I just kind of finished it off with a pink. I actually started with my label. Carol and I last week did some stuff. So I have my little label all ready to go with the tissue and just marking it out with salsa. That's my plan, is to make some salsa for Christmas.
All right, and this is what we used. And in fact, I think what we'll do is I'll just give you, Kayla, this to actually collage on. I got paper that is actually to put through the printer, and it's sticky. So you can peel this off and it becomes a label, but it's not perforated for labels. It's just a sheet, and I got this off a supply store. You can also use contact paper, which is just a big old roll. Like if I had a class, I would get contact paper, let them collage away, cut it up, make the labels. You could use marker over it, you could use oil pastel under it, you can do whatever you want. So this is the paper. So if you wanted to cut a little label off, why don't you do that? Just cut a little square, and then you can just write something on it and stick it on, and that's a fast label. Now this is a jar that I collaged with some tissue, and this is my grape jelly, homemade grape jelly is going in here. So my label just sticks.
Can I come over and help you do jelly?
I've never done it before. You can make it for me. You can help me, like, show me how.
That would be awesome.
Okay. Now, what I did, this is another invention that I thought was really good. I thought, okay, I've got printer paper, and most of you know that I'm not a computer person, but this is my little granddaughter. So I took her picture, and I actually printed it out on this paper, this stuff that, you know, has a sticky on the back. So what I thought was cute, I stuck all the little, you know, tissue around it.
Cute.
So cute. And I have a plain bag right here. So if I wanted to decorate a bag, how do you get this off? Very carefully. Oh, you're so smart.
You taught me well.
I get credit for way too much. Okay, Elizabeth, this
Sorry
is,
about that.
so you peel it off, very easy. I mean, if you wanted to, you know, just give a personalized gift. You could do this for baby showers. You could do it for somebody that's turning 40 or 50 or 60 or 30 or 20. And you just stick it down on the bag, and you got a cute little gift bag.
That's adorable.
Isn't that cute?
That's really cute.
Now, I have one in the back that I did. My daughter has a glass of wine in her hand. That's right behind me. And I stuck it on a wine, a wine bag for wine. These, I just, did the same thing. I ran these off. I pulled pictures from the winery, and I put to and from. So you could actually collage around, just collage, cut these out and stick them on a gift box, and that's your label. And how personal is that if somebody sees their own image doing something fun, or their child's, or or maybe a scene from a town you live in, or say, I'm giving you a trip.
Oh
my God. Instead of the grape jelly, what do you want? You could actually put the location there, or if somebody's celebrating a special occasion, you could put they're the couple from maybe when they got married and it's their 50th wedding anniversary. Makes it very, very personal. So that's just an idea. So we'll just have a lot of bags. And Kayla, look how cute. So why don't and this is my grape jelly again here. This is a clear bottle. Even if you have a clear bottle and you don't have time to collage the bottle, you can collage this is a collage. And I'll just stick it right there. And it's a clear bottle with a label. So let's hold up our bottles and our bags.
Let me see yours, baby. Very nice.
Justin, beaver pins. Do you collect them?
No, I just have a lot.
Oh, you have a lot. Okay, well, that's cool. So you have things, if you have clips, if you have, different bows. How cute. Our last project, but not by any means the least in your imagination, you can just take this wherever you want to go. We are going to decorate gift boxes. And how neat to get a present in a box that's personalized on the front. And we have some up there to show you. We have the Fortino Winery. We also have, Deb, you made the box next to it. You can just quickly tell who's on that box.
I did the one on the end. I have, Gino is on that picture, along with the family history, which I have an enlarged one, where this is Ernie Fortino. He is the founder of the winery. That's his dad, our grandpa, and then that's his dad. So we have a little 4 generations on this box.
And then my box, which is right there, is just a collage of all kinds of wine bottles cut out of tissue and different pictures that I took around the winery, and I just put them all together. And Kayla, what are you going to do?
I'm going to make the box for my grandpa.
Yay. And what is that?
A picture of me.
Hold it up so we can see it. Very cute, very cute. So you can put whatever you want. The box down in the middle behind the wine bottles, I don't know if you can maybe move the wine bottles real fast. I took some pictures here, and the wine barrels are actually out in the vineyard, and they're so beautiful that I thought I just changed the color on the computer a little bit and then collaged around. I sprayed the box gold. This was a white box, so that you have a beautiful box that somebody could actually take this off and frame it if they wanted to, or they could hang it just like it is, excuse me, just like it is. It looks almost like the dimensional paintings that you get. So I'll have you put that one back, and let's get started because we have too much on this table. We are working on a very small table, so I think we're doing really well. Okay, so same idea, Kayla. Just take your tissue, paint the glue in the water, not this one, but the glue in the water down first. Put that tissue paper on there, and then put it on top. So it's under and over. The white glue and water's under. Put the tissue down. The white glue and water's over. And white glue dries really, really shiny. It's like a sealer. So check this out.
So it makes it a little,
Yeah, finishes it off.
Yes.
And so I'm just using the bottles like this, okay? And I started with a black to give it like a shadow behind it. I cut these out of tissue. That's that same old tissue right there. You can cut it out in shapes if you want. If you want to cut hearts, if you want to cut stars, if you want to cut, I don't know, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Okay, you know what just happened?
What?
This hit this and left a mark. And you can do that too. You can actually take, watch, I'll just do it. And I've done this.
Kind of like painting.
Yeah, it's like,
Staining.
okay, so watch. I'll put the bottle down and then I'll put it back. But first of all, look how cool that looks. All right, now, say I made a mistake. It leaves it there. So it's kind of like you're painting with the tissue. So isn't that
Very
neat?
nice. It's like a stamping.
It's awesome. I just lost my pack of stuff. Okay, so you get the idea. This is the box that was on the top. Look how pretty that is. And I'm going to have to reach down there and, or can you grab it and get out that way easier? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And this is a picture I took of the Fortino wine sign, and it says, voted the best winery in Gilroy. So we got to put that on there. And you're going to, you can use pictures. Actually, if you photocopy the picture, it works better because it's not as thick. Okay, see what I'm doing? I'm pulling, that art tissue is so saturated with color, this is just pulling it, and it's almost like a paint, which is, you can do that too. If you want to tint your box, I'm going to stick that like right there and go on top of it. That's beautiful, Kayla. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Do you love it?
Yes.
Do you hate it?
Hey, Kayla, your turn to
Okay,
reach down,
Kayla,
baby girl.
can you get it? Oh, wait. I don't want to stick my face. Excuse me. Okay. So I put that down. Oh my gosh, Deb, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
And you know what? If you want to run pictures off your computer and then color them in or glue them down, perfectly fine. There's no art police that's going to come and
You won't show up at my house?
and bust you. Also, I was online looking at Collage. This is a collage done by Claude Monet when he was 5. And it's the same tissue collage on white paper. So this has been going on forever and ever. And it looks like the bridge, and it looks like the lilies, the ones he, painted when he was very, very old and famous. So he was at it when he was a little kid. So this project is not something that I invented or can take credit for at all.
Well, you take credit in teaching us.
Yeah, and I have a lot of the labels. I collected a lot of the things. Now this is a photocopy of a picture, and it's a lot easier to stick down because it's light. It's lighter weight.
That's what I did with mine, is I made copies this morning so I could put them down. The pictures were a little harder to stick down, so.
And some of these Fortino labels is absolutely beautiful, rich in color, and I have them that Gino and Ernie gave me. So, we can use those as well. This I cut out of a picture that I took, and I'm going to actually stick that on as well. So you can see how neat would this be to give to somebody and have a nice gift inside, and then they could actually take this and frame it.
Ooh, could be re-gift too.
Yeah, I mean, they could keep, the box would be a better picture than, maybe what's inside of it. which in my case is nothing. So here's a lot of pictures. I'll just continue with the bottles. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, and what are you going to put on top?
I'm actually going to put a picture of the winery. We have some barrels and grapes that is in the back. It's actually a picture of the back warehouse.
And we're going to,
And then I have the picture of the family that I'm going to put on.
nice. So
Might have to give Ernie a gift in this box.
So I think we're kind of getting close to the end of the show. So we probably are not going to finish these, but we have the finished examples so that you are able to see them. And we have people coming to the winery that want to come in and wine taste, and we don't want to make anybody unhappy here. So we'd like to thank everyone involved, especially Fortino Winery, Gino, Ernie, and Deb. Thank you very much.
You are so welcome. This was such a blast. Thank you so much for asking us to be part of this.
And also, who jumped in at the last minute, never did this before in her life, Kayla Quintero, and put your little picture down so that we can just hold up what we've done. So today we actually started with oil pastel and tissue on watercolor paper. Then we did some wine bottles or whatever kind of bottles you want with tissue and a decoupage material available at any craft store. And then we did the labels.
Yes.
And now we're doing the boxes. So in 45 minutes, we did a lot of crafts. And
Yes,
that
we
would be
did.
easy for you to do at home as well. We encourage you to try it. It's so much fun. Exploring color, exploring your creativity.
I don't want to stop.
I know it, me either. So hold them up. This is as far as we have, and we can finish after the show. And we want to thank the wonderful Gav TV crew, as
Yay.
always. Yay!
Yay for
And everyone together, we always say, ciao,
Ciao
for now.
now.
Okay, let's do it again. Better. Okay, we always say at the end, ciao,
Ciao
for
for
now.
now.